Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो धारी राय सो भारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करना डक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Om ittekaksharam vyaharan ma manuswaran tyajatteva. A person at the time of departure, if he chants Om, this is the statement. Now, what will happen? That will happen what you want. Because Om is indicative of both Parabrahma and Aparabrahma. Parabrahma is Ekameva Dvitiya Neha Nanasti Kinchana. Aparabrahma is we accept ourselves to be a soul, a jiva, and then you have accepted, we didn't tell you. See? Whatever we are, we have decided. God has not told us. We have decided. That I am beautiful, I am awful, I am intelligent, I am fortunate, I am unfortunate. He never told us. It's our own creation. And in the same manner, I am body, then I am jiva, I am the soul. See? So if you accept yourself to be body, you are bound to die. If you accept yourself to be the jiva, you will be born again and again. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. See? In 6th chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashto Vijayate Athava Yoginam Eva Kule Bhavati Dhimatam. Yoga Bhrashta. Yoga Bhrashta means what? Arjuna's question. When Bhagavan Sri Krishna told the yoga in the 6th chapter, Arjuna got very enchanted, excited, and then he asked a question. Before completing his yoga abhyas, before attainment of everything in life, if that person dies, what happens to him? See? Then Bhagavan has to tell something. In Aparokshanubhuti, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says that the prarabdha, karma, the last life, the next life, is the topic for those who refuse to go higher in their life. They are full of questions. So, when Bhagavan says, Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashto Vijayate, that means he is again born. to be born again, you have to die early, isn't it? Now this is the Yoga Shastra. And you will see all the paths of yoga except the inquiry, Vedanta. There they talk about last life, this life, next life. If you remove this theme, they have nothing to talk. See? In the last life, I don't know what sin I have done, I got married to the lady again. It's not only your sin, but it is also her Karwa Chauth. A collective effect. See? And then the same thing again and again. You will see, in the last life, if you take Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran, there a story comes about Jad Bharat. See? Jad Bharat's story is, there was a king and then he left everything. He had dispassion, he went to forest and there he was doing tapasya. And then in that what happened? He happened to see one small baby deer, because the pregnant deer, she heard the roar of a lion and therefore she jumped, and in that the baby was delivered, fell in the water, and this he who has dispassion for everything, he saw, oh God, that small baby is dying. He lifted and started playing with that, and again slowly forgot about everything, what for he has come in the forest. And then giving the milk and beta, shonu beta. देखो कुत्ते वाले यही करते हैं. See, and thereafter they will. Then he slowly the baby deer grows up, and then who wants? So she finds her own partner. And she runs away. Now he is frustrated. Now who will give her grass? And how can she eat? And blah, 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 blah. Frustration. And in that thinking of the deer baby, he dies. Next life, he is born as a deer. So those who are constantly having dog, your next blueprint is ready. See, I was in Switzerland. I went to some restaurant. It's a great fun in this world. World is full of joy. My friend, his wife and 2 kids, we went there. Somebody will go to some vegetarian restaurant. I said, okay, let's go. And he found out one. We went. And what was the name of that restaurant? Could you imagine? Karma. Then he asked me, Swamiji, what should I order? I said, Prarabdha. What else can you get? So, when we were sitting there, then one madam came with a short skirt. See? And then from her small purse, she took out a live dog. Nice bow and everything, And that dumb dog sitting. And then she started talking, honey, darling, mommy is going to get something for you, okay? And then she went. And that dog was sitting there. See? Then from dog, I remember another dog story. One American dog came to India. And Indian dogs all gathered around him. Hey, come! How come you have come to India? What is lacking in America? You came over here, you have got everything. He said, that is the problem. We have got everything except we cannot bark. A dog who is not allowed to bark, is it the life of a dog? So looking at the small baby dog, this, and you remember, Indian also, they don't call kutta, they call doggy. Because that kutta word is kept for human beings. See, friends. So that doggy was sitting there, and these 2 small kids, they asked, Swamiji, how lucky this dog is, what he must have done that he has got so much comfort. I said, yes, your question is very good, I'll answer. In the last life, he must have been a great lover of dog, and he must have given all facility to the dogs. And at the time of death, he thought of dog and died. Because he did so much of dharma, therefore, as a result of that dharma karma, he was born in a very Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Vrashto Vijayate. But at the time of death, what did he think? Dog, isn't it? See, friends, when we just start understanding the whole thing, then you'll see it's all great fun. See? But we get lost in that. And then we want to do something. See? Bhagwan Jnaneshwar Maharaj, his commentary on the 6th chapter, he explains the Yoga Marga exhaustively, Kundalini Marga. He explains Kundalini Marga. And after explaining that, then he says, it is not possible for everybody. Then for all of us, what is the path? See, Yuktahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnava bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. We don't have to become too much serious in life. See, understanding will dissolve all the misunderstanding without creating new imagination. In case of Vedanta Chintan, wrong notions are removed without creating new notions. This is important. So our notions are what? Our notions are that I am a human being, if I do bad I will be born, this I will be, then you will be born. See? Be very attentive. Last life I had done something good or bad in a particular body, that body died and it was burnt. Then I was in this body born. Here also I did good and bad thing, this body also died. Then I got another body. Now in this story, who dies? Did I die? Think. Before coming to San Jose, I was in LA. Before LA, I was in Sedona. Before Sedona, I was in Phoenix. Before Phoenix, I was in Houston. Before that, I was in Dallas. Before that, I was in Miami. So, when I left Miami, Miami is dead for me. I am there. Thereafter, I left Dallas. Dallas is dead for me. I am still there. Then I left Dallas and I went to Houston. Then I left that place. Houston dead for me. I am still there. Where did I die? The purpose of scriptural study is to recognize you are immortal. This is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita study. See? Not knowing this, we get lost only in the means and forget the goal. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, simplest thing. Samprapte sannihite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukrum karane. Dukrum karane means a language. By the Dukrum karane is a sutra in the dhatu part. Where it is said, Dukrum karane means what? Dukrum, this dhatu, the meaning is to do. Like in Hindi, when the students learn the English in Hindi, to run mane daudna, to sit mane baithana, like that, in Sanskrit, Dukrum karane. So language is only the means to communicate the knowledge. See, it doesn't matter in what language you talk. What matters is what you talk. See, samprapte sannihite kale, when at the time of departure from this body, at the time of death, it doesn't matter Whether you are talking in Sanskrit or you are talking in English or you are talking in Hindi, it doesn't make a difference. Because means must be understood as different from the goal. And means are used and dropped. Like we have come by the car, we drop the car. Then we have come with the shoes, we drop the shoes. See? Then we have come, entered, we have dropped the head. See, friends. Therefore, we should be clear difference between the means and the goal. So what is the goal of the life? See? Goal of the life is a very simple thing, I'll tell you. Let him express through us. See? What is the goal of this mic? Mic has no goal. It can be just kept in a box, it will remain there. The one who is holding the mic, he has the goal, he has the purpose. And what is the purpose? My voice should reach you as it is without getting modified by the mic. Many times it happens. The mic has got its own spiritual practice. Sometimes the mic starts cleaning its own throat. Kar, 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 kar. So when this fellow is making his own sound, I will throw him away. Because he is not a fit instrument. Be attentive. In the same manner, we are like the mic. Mic means Maya ka karya. See, we are mic. And it is created by him for his purpose. It doesn't matter whether this mic is used for the discourse or a disco. See, friends, when it is used for disco, the mic doesn't become unspiritual. And when it is used for the discourse, it doesn't become great. It is just an instrument. In the same manner, we are just an instrument. And through this instrument, he wants to express. And which instrument we will select? See, this example I gave in one management bluffs. Management is a myth. Mismanagement is the truth. So, they were the young engineers from Mahindra and Mahindra. About 40, 50 of them. And in Kaivalya Dham they came. So I conducted a talk for them. Management talk. After talk was over, then one young boy asked me this question. Swamiji, it is although out of the topic, but because you are a Swami, I want to ask you, what is the purpose of life? Then I asked him, what is your qualification? He said, I am engineer. Which engineer? Softy? Or cement? Or screwdriver? He said, I am a screwdriver. Very good. Mechanical engineer. Now I will talk in your language so you can understand easily. So I said, in a box there were 3 screwdrivers. And I wanted to tighten somebody's screw. Somebody means some instrument. It was a slip of tongue. So I took one screwdriver and wanted to fit in the niche of the screw, and when I wanted to fit it, it will slip. Because it was not proper, it was having an oblique angle, so it could not be. So what will I do that? 3 feet away. Then I took the second. It fitted perfectly well. But when I wanted to move, only the handle is moving. Yeah, come on, it's too much. I 3 feet away. Then I took the third screwdriver. It fitted properly and I can maneuver the way I want. Now out of these 3, which I will select? The third one, is it not? In the same manner, Bhagwan is searching for a fit screwdriver. Uddharedatmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva atmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. All the yoga practice is done to be a fit instrument so that he will select us. And what is the fit instrument? That instrument which doesn't make any noise. See? And that can happen only through understanding. There is no other way. See? Like, there are different paths. One very common, popular and very much sought after is the path of Kundalini. Kundalini Yoga. And in that, they will be very sincerely doing for years together. But what is the bottom line? Bottom line is, I was doing like this, now I do like this, and I was earlier doing this, now I can't, I. See? This has to be clearly understood. When you are controlling Prakriti, see, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atmashuddhaye. Their karma means the karma yoga according to Patanjali Yoga Darshan. See, Kriya Yoga of this Paramahamsa Yogananda is different. Kriya Yoga of our Patanjali Maharshi is different. There, the Kriya Yoga is Tapasvadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani Kriya Yoga. Now, these three practices are done for Atma Shuddhaya. Tapas is done only for two things. Discover self-confidence. See? Tapas. And discover independence. So we remain undisturbed under all conditions. That is Atma Shuddhaya. Then the second step comes. The Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya is be attentive. Swadhyaya is know your mind. See? We take for granted that mind is real. And therefore, three paths are told. For this thought that the mind is real. And then what is the sadhana for that? First karma yoga. So when you do the karma yoga, what for? Chitta shodhakam. Mind should become pure. Now what is the purity of the mind? Mind is free from the likes and dislikes and desires. Karma yoga. Such a pure mind you can think of God, do karma yoga. Then come the upasana yoga. Upasana is keep on chanting the Lord's name, different ways, for Uchchamandataha. First of all, bhajan kirtan, and then chanting the Lord's name, and then sitting in meditation and chanting the Lord's name inside the mind. Okay. For what? For making the mind single-pointed. Our problem is, mind is not available to us. So, karma is done for the purification of the mind, upasana is done for the single-pointedness of the mind, then yoga is done for what? Yoga is done for disciplining the mind. Three things. Now, under these three conditions, the presupposition is mind is real. Now, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi takes this topic. Manasam tu kim? What is this mind you are talking all the time about? Manasam tu kim? Margane krute, when you thus inquire, you come to know naiva manasam. Now that which does not exist, we try to control. If you want to understand what mind is, now these days we don't see, earlier that bulbs used to have filament inside. See? So, when the electricity passes through the filament, there is a light. When there is a light, then we can see the things. If there is no light, we can't see. Now when you switch off, where the light has gone? If the bulb becomes fuse, has the light died? Think. So light is just a phenomena. In the same manner, mind is just a phenomenon. In case of electricity, keep Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan, whatever word you like. All three mean the same thing. So, Paramatma expressing through the bulb of the body as mind creates an illusion of somebody. And how the somebody is created? See, I am holding this Bluetooth mic in my hand. I don't want to put it down, somebody will take it. And then I have to write something. You must have done it on the airports. Sometimes you want to write, you have got a phone in your hand, you don't want to keep, you will forget, we hold it. And in that we keep the pen or fountain. And then we want to write. So our hold on this object will influence our handwriting, is it not? See, if your original handwriting has to come, you have to drop this object. Then you can write original handwriting. Exactly the same way. When our mind is identified or holding this body, then the influence of the body identification will have influence on thinking. And therefore, we think only with reference to our body. My house, my property, my wife, my children, my nation, my religion. Think. And when the mind is not manifest as individual mind, see, like in deep sleep, mind is there, but that mind is now merged in the total mind. So, the functions of the body, physiology, metabolism, nails growing, blood circulation, hair growing, all these things happen because of the common one singular mind. So the light in the bulb is a phenomenon. Because there are many bulbs, it appears that there are many lights. In the same manner, because there are many bodies, it appears there are many bodies. No, there is only one life. See, friends. But instead of accepting this, we take that I am a jiva and I have done papa, punya, dharma, adharma. Before struggling with the mind, see, all those who are struggling in the mind, they get frustrated ultimately. See? Patanjali Maharshi writes, Yogaha chitta vritti nirodha. Now do chitta vritti nirodha. Then what next? How long will you sit like that? See? Wrong notions must be corrected by right understanding. But what happens? We get into this. The example I gave you about Kundalini. So, we are told that there are so many chakras and then you have to awaken the Kundalini and all that, and we get buried inside the body. See? We are not in the body. The body is in us. Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter. See? Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina masthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavastitaha nachamasthani bhutani pashyame yogameshwaram bhutabhrunnacha bhutastaha mamatma bhutabhavanaha. That is the message of Bhagavad Gita. See? Now to understand this, let us analyze our day-to-day experience. See? Today I was talking to Prashant, I was telling, You take any pot. Inside the pot, there is a pot space. Outside also there is a space. Therefore, what is the conclusion? Conclusion is the pot is in the space. In this hall is a hall space. Outside there is a total space. Therefore, where is the hall? In the total space. When the pot breaks, will the pot space go out of that pot in search of another potty? Think, be very attentive. This is one example. External air and internal air. See? They are connected. If internal air cannot be connected with the outer air, death, guaranteed. Therefore, like the space, inside space, outside space. Therefore, the hall is in the space. Be very attentive. In the same manner, outside air, inside air. Therefore, where is the body? The body is in the prana. The prana is not in the body. Think. But then we keep with something going up, garam ja raha hai. A dakar hai yaar. Instead of onkar is dakar. It happens. One is called a Kriya Kundalini, Prana Kundalini and Jnana Kundalini. See? Instead of understanding it properly, we get lost in that. And then all our factory settings are upset. I happened to meet one elderly person, very nice. He is no more now. When I went to see him, he was sitting, and after every maybe 20 seconds or 1 minute, he will do like this. Again. So I asked him, are you caught up in Manipur Chakra? Swamiji, you know? Other people, I tell them that, no, I got some stomach problem. I say, it's not stomach problem, it's head problem. See, we are all perfect as created by God. But then when we undo so many things, our balance is lost. And then we want to go ahead. See, friends, and in that all kinds of funny things start happening. At the most, what will happen? You will acquire lot of vibhutis, lot of siddhis. Naneshwar Maharaj very clearly tells, for the seeker of truth, siddhis are big obstacles. See? About this I tell you one example, how they are obstacles. Once I went to Shimla in some Sindhi's house. And that old lady says, Swamiji, I'll take 15-20 minutes to warm up the food. I said, okay, no problem. Now her husband, he was also very equally old. He got the harmonium on the dining table. He says, Swamiji, I said, I don't play harmonium and I don't like that hame to loot liya. I don't like that. I don't like all that rubbish. See? No, Swamiji, you are not going to sing. I know, I will sing. I said, my God. You can imagine. Therefore, you have seen, I never entertain any singer around me. From two persons, you must save yourself. One is singer, second is poet. Poet pakad ke sunata hai. So, no, Swamiji, I have recently learned singing, and therefore I want to show you. And in that excitement, he opened that thing and wanted to pump, but no sound coming. So Swamiji, what happened? I said, you are not pulled the key, therefore. Oh, okay, you know it means. I said, no, I don't know. And then excitement, he pulled it so hard it came in his hand. Now, such a simple thing that I learned Sare Gama Padai. But I want to show it, is it not? If simple things we want to demonstrate to the world, do you think if I have got Siddhi, I will keep quiet? You go to all such places, the only thing they talk about, your desires will be fulfilled, putrarthi labhet puttaram, dhanarthi labhet dhanam. See? Desire fulfillment is not spiritual life. Freedom from desire is God realization. See, my friends, therefore, I had told in our Corona festival talks, my audience is having this qualification. Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dama, Uparati, Shraddha, Titiksha, Samadhana and Mukshutvam Chaiti. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna Adhikarinam Ayam Bodha Vidiyate. If we do not have that, then we will find ourselves in a wrong place. See? Where are crowds? First crowd, free Bollywood dance. The whole town will go. Second crowd, hospitals. Nobody gets invitation, please come to our hospital. Crowds. And the third place is the temples. Crowds. And you go to the gym, 1 month free, and you will get here shower and towel and a cup of tea, and yet nobody goes. So all the machines there, they are standing there. Arya koi to aao. Now these 4 kind of people. Those who go to the Bollywood dances, they are bhogi. See, those who go to the hospitals, rogi. Those who go to temple to fulfill their desire, they are kami. See? Therefore, these siddhis, great powers, they are burden on us. Don't seek for that. And that is possible only if we practice to remain other than and separate from the body. Because all the problems begin after body identification. See, it is for this purpose yoga abhyasa is told. So like the 3 lower chakras, the Mooladhara, then Swadhisthana and Manipur. The meaning of this chakra according to knowledge is Mooladhara chakra means body identification. That is the Moola Adhar. On the basis of body identification, our whole life is lived. In the deep sleep, we are not afraid of death. In the dream, we are not afraid of death. We are afraid of death only when we are awake, is it not? The Panchakleshas which are told in Yoga Shastra. See? Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha. Abhinivesha is this. We get identified with the body and thereafter all the time living in a fearful existence. See? Therefore, Mooladhara chakra is getting identified with the body. And when we are identified with the body, what happens? 2 things. We accept a sense of limited existence. We accept ourselves to be incomplete in one way or the other. And we accept the world is other than me. The net result of these 2 principles, sense of incompleteness and the world is other than me, creates a situation, what is called as a desire. See? Then we desire, I wish if I get that thing, then I will be complete and happy. See, So Swadhisthana Chakra is Kama Vasana. In the language of Upanishad, it is Putreshana, Vitteshana, Lokeshana. Eshana means desire. I want to go to heaven. You can go to heaven only if your putra will do pindadan for you. Oh, bachcha bhi chahiye? Yes, putra chahiye. Then to get married, I must have money also. So Vitteshana. Now he who doesn't want to go to heaven, why bother about putra? Think. See. So Swadhisthana Chakra is living under the burden of desire fulfillment. When you don't want anything, who cares? And then we come to the Manipur Chakra. Desires have got two ends. Either the desire is fulfilled or not fulfilled, or it is fulfilled. It is either fulfilled or not fulfilled. Yeah, these are right. When the desire is not fulfilled, it leads to anger. When the desire is fulfilled, it leads to greed. Lower these three chakras, Mooladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipur. This is samsara. What is samsara? Body identification, desires and desire fulfillment as the only goal of our life. See? And we get lost only on that, that's all. For such people, this becomes, no, we have to do this thing, that thing, forget about it. Then we come to the higher level of existence. See, the heart. Anahata Chakra. Ahata means a strike. This is Ahat. So sound is created when two things hit against each other. Anahata, uncreated sound. Unmanifest sound. When mind is agitated, sounds happen. Because grossified mind is sound. When we come to Anahata Chakra, now we start working on the mind. See? Now we are no more getting interested in this thing. I should live long. What for live long? See, all the yogis do the same mistake. There was one victim of Ramdev Baba, doing a lot of yoga, doing a lot of pranayam, and as a result, he lived for 125 years. Afterwards, he has to die. He died, went to the heavens. And there he saw so beautiful apsaras everywhere. And he was regretting, why did I delay? I should have come earlier. Do you think after going to heaven somebody will think about God? It is something like, where are you going? I am going for my honeymoon. For what? For meditation. Think, friends. Don't get carried away by those temptations and foolishness. You are immortal. And for that we start working on the mind. And this mantra which I told from Bhagavan, that Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina, I, the formless, is supporting all the forms. Therefore, they are in me, but I am not in them. But from my standpoint, if you look, neither they are in me nor I am in them. See. Water tells this statement. Now try to understand from water's point of view. You go to the water and tell the water, water, yes, I don't like, you as a ocean. It is frightening, But I like waves. So nice, cute. What water will say? Excuse me, gentlemen. What is a wave? And what is the ocean? Think. Water can never understand. Because from the absolute point, relative has no existence. From the spaces point of view, north, east, west, south have no meaning. See? Therefore, now this principle we apply in our life. It's very simple. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina. I, the formless, support all the forms. Who is telling this? One example. The vision is telling, vision is formless, vision is colorless. This colorless, formless vision is supporting all the colors and forms. Therefore, they are in me. Without me, they have no existence. But I am independent of them. If all colors and forms have gone, there is no loss to the vision. If more are added, there is no gain to the vision. Because in the infinite, nothing can either be added or subtracted. That is our essential nature. Then we are started working on the mind. See. It's so simple. So what is mind? And you control the mind. And then something is going up. Don't get lost in that. Start working on the mind. And not mechanically. With proper understanding. See? Then our scriptures tell that mind, if the mind has thoughts, chitta vritti nirodha, thought should be suspended. Why suspend the thoughts? If I am able to see proper with my eyes, will I go to the doctor? Doctor Sahab, I can see proper with my eyes. He said, why you have come? Go back. If I go to the ENT specialist and tell him I can hear properly, it's a good thing, go back. In the same manner, seeing by the eyes is not an unhealthy condition, hearing by the ears is not an unhealthy condition, thinking by the mind, why it should be unhealthy condition? Think. How simple it is. We don't want to become stone. No. Use the mind. And this can happen only through understanding. There is no other way. See, friends. So thoughts are not problem. Then what is the problem? Problem is the flow of thoughts is a problem. See? If you go to Ganges and take bath, deep, comfortable, no problem. But when there are floods, then in that flood we are carried away. So who is carrying us away? Not the water, but the flow of water. In the same manner, thoughts are no problem. But the flow of thought carries us away. See? So there are two types of thoughts. One type of thought is the one which is creating a flow of thoughts. And second type of thought is the one which doesn't create a flow of thoughts. So what is that thought which creates a flow of thought? So let us understand. Flow of thoughts means what? One thought breeds the next thought. When thought breeding continues, a flow is created. See? One thought, I should complete my education, complete it. Then I should get admission, you get admission. Then I should get a job, you get a job. Then I should get married, you get married. I should have children, you get children. They should grow, they are growing. They are old, they should get married. Stop somewhere. There is no end to that. Meaning, whenever thoughts are pertaining to something finite, the thought breeding begins. See? Like this example, I give a number personal example. Wherever I go, in the morning I want a cup of tea. So, then I want a cup of tea, so I'll go somewhere in the kitchen here and there. Why they don't keep this thing? Without tea, how can they survive? I don't know. But they are not keeping. Oh, I got the kettle. But where are the tea leaves? When something falls out, oh God, now they'll going on. Because I want a cup of tea is a finite thought. Therefore, thoughts become problem when you are engaged in anything finite. Be attentive. Infinite is one, finites are many. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. How many times I chanted? 3 times. They are 3 because in between there is silence. Silence is one because it is infinite. Sounds are created, silence is not created. And therefore, one of the method of meditation is listen to silence. Wherever you are sitting comfortably, listen to silence. When you start listening to silence, sounds become more conspicuous. And silence cannot be heard by the ears. Then, so listening to silence means not getting influenced by any sound. कोई निंदो कोई वंदो कोई कैसे कहो रे राम सांगे प्रीत बांधी होत जैसे होत रे. That is silence. दुखेषु अनुद्विग्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृहाः. Then is silence. In short, we stop reacting in life. If this is practice, that is our new birth. And then one day you will come to know. Mind is a thought which is having 2 facets. One aspect of the thought is objectivity, and the second aspect of the thought is subject. Now, if you are looking at my beautiful face, it's not a joke, yaar. There will be 2 types of lights if you see. One light is common, which is illuminating the face. Second light, wherever there is a tight skin or my glasses, from your angle, you see these light specific points, isn't it? So there are 2 lights. One is a common light, second is a specific light. In the same manner, every thought has got these 2 aspects. One is the knower aspect, specific light. Second is the known aspect, the common light. See? Therefore, be attentive. more number of objects we entertain, to that extent the subjective I starts becoming fatter and fatter. See? So there are two types of thoughts. They are called technically idam vrittis and aham vritti. Idam vrittis are many objective thoughts. Aham vritti, I thought, is only one. Now, more the number of not I thoughts we entertain, to that extent this I thought becomes fat. See, small child you ask, hey, tell something about you. I don't know, there's nothing to tell. No, please tell something. What do you like? What do I like? Chocolate I like. No, that's it. No, tell something. I have nothing to tell. Because he hardly has any past. Never ask this question to an old person. They will take revenge by two. And then they'll start. In 1857, my great-grandfather, who cares here? Therefore, be attentive. I thought becomes fat when more and more not I thoughts are entertained. Observe this. Whenever we talk to others, we talk only about our past. I was born there, I did like this thing, then I finished my graduation, and then I came here, and then I got a job, and then I stuck here, then I got married here, now I am, then, and then after what happened? Then after you ask me this thing, acha, then what happened? I realized I was unnecessarily talking. Be attentive. When you come to the utter present, you have nothing to talk. We all talk about our past. And because we give undue importance to our past, we give equally undue importance to the past of others. See? Where are you from? When were you born? But why were you born? There is no end to those questions. Therefore, what will the yoga sadhana? Yoga sadhana is this. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. That's it. And this can be done 24/7. Suppose you are taking food, enjoy every bite. It's not that, did you finish it? What did you eat? I don't remember. Arre? Every moment is meditation. If we learn the art of remaining 100%, whatever you are doing. See? Therefore, working on the mind, meditation, kundalini, etc. means we start working on this Anahata Chakra, and Anahata Chakra is the seat of the mind, and here the mind has got two aspects of thoughts. One is the I aspect, second is not I aspect. When the I not I aspect are too many, I becomes fat. So many idam vrittis, aham vritti become fat. Now be attentive. When you start reducing the idam vrittis, to that extent aham vritti will start reducing. See? Suppose I ask you, tell about you. You'll start such a long thing. Suppose I ask you, tell me last 5 minutes. I mean, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. Nothing to talk. Because I is not there. See, friends, this is the simplest spiritual practice. Don't talk about your past. Don't ask anybody about their past. Learn to forget. That is the highest spiritual practice. Forget. God has given us this beautiful gift. Forget the thing. Forget it. Now, when we thus continue, The finites are many, infinite is one. So when we reduce the finites, things and beings, possessions and frustrations, reduce slowly, lesser the idam thoughts, thinner will be the aham thought. Be attentive. And when there is zero idam thoughts, there is not a single objective thought, then what happens? Thought-free I. This is not a gain. This is our natural state. Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vidya. That experience which does not involve the operation of sense organs, mind and intellect. Pramana nirapeksha anubhuti. We don't say about ourselves, yes, I remember myself. No, I know myself. And this knowledge is not through the agency of mind. How do you know yourself? मैंने हाथ लगा के देखा था, है. No. All the problems of your mind and then holding the mind, chitta vritti nirodha, pata nahi kya ho raha. I think my wife is like that. See? The more you contemplate in these lines, you have understood what Bhagavan Sri Krishna said. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadam vyakta murtina. I, the formless, support all the forms. Man, the formless, supports the son, the husband, and the father. So, the three of them are because of me, the man, but I am not in them. The son is miserable, the husband is miserable, the father is miserable, man is not miserable. In fact, they are in me, but I am not in them. And if you go further, neither they are in me nor I am in them, because I don't take them seriously. Karnataka. See, friends. But we become so serious in our life, particularly spirituality. As if it is a punishment. गड़बड़ करोगे तो मेडिटेशन करना पड़ेगा. नहीं. Live 24/7 in meditation. See, the more you understand these principles, you will see, you will not, we don't say give attention, we say be attentive. It cannot be given. ध्यान करते नहीं, ध्यान देते हैं. प्यार किया नहीं जाता. क्या है आगे? सबको पता है. इन द सेम मैनर, ध्यान किया नहीं जाता, ध्यान दिया जाता है. रिमेन इन अवेयरनेस. That is the only way to lead spiritual life in and through every action of our life. It is possible, friends. And for that, you may not take bath. Thank you so much. That is the worst thing. You may not take bath. You may not do puja. You may not do japa. But you must not miss a single day without satsanga. All problems are because of wrong thinking. Wrong thinking has to be corrected without creating new thinking. See, Otherwise, the same thing. Earlier I was a bhogi, now I am a yogi. Earlier, I has to get rid of. See? Thereafter you will come to know, wherever things happen, that is the truth. Then you will not struggle for dispassion. See? Detachment. Asanga shastrena dridena chitva, Bhagavan says. Asanga shastrena means what? You should not have attachment. Don't struggle. Know only this much. Attachment is an illusion. That's it. Attachment is not real. It's an illusion. See? We are not attached even to our own body. The childhood body has gone. Did we feel bad? The children never want to be children. We always want to be. हम भी अगर बच्चे होते नाम हमारा था डब्लू बबलू खाने को मिलते लड्डू. See? Children don't want to be children. They want to be grown up. See? Therefore, in fact, we are not attached to anything. Similarly, when we go to sleep, what is sleep? We detach ourselves from body identification. How simple it is. Be attentive. Our vision is not attached to any color and form. Non-attachment is our essential nature. Don't struggle. Whenever we struggle for anything, we are given a status of reality to that. And in that we struggle. We want to prove something to somebody, but we do not know what we want to prove and to whom. And who cares? And what people will say, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. Why worry? Be yourself. And when you are all by yourself, you remain in tune with the divine. Bhagavan Shankara says, Yogarato va bhogarato va sangarato va sangavihina yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati 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 eva bhaja govindam bhaja govindam. Give it a try and be happy. आइए Maharaj. Now I will stop. I will request Swamiji to give few words to us. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.